Hello everyone, here from Greece once again. This is gonna be the third time that we've come to Greece in 3 months. We just keep coming back, and this time we're on the island of Corfu. So we decided to come here because it's so close to where we were in Saranda in Albania. We just got a ferry across and that was about 30 minutes, 20 euros. Quite popular that people travel between the two places. And this is going to be our last stop in Europe and the Mediterranean region before we head back to Asia. So the place that we're staying is called Rhoda Pearl Resort. This is $53. Got this little balcony area here. It does have a swimming pool that we can use, but right now it's full of little kids. But it's a really good place and a complete bargain, right, that you found.
Yeah, so this trip to Corfu was probably one of the hardest to book and to plan, because since we are in the peak season, everything was fully booked and everything was so expensive. Like places costing like $200 per night, like simple places. And also for the car that we rented, I think it is the most expensive rental car that we ever had.
Yeah, it's $100 the car that we rented, but even that was a cheap one, right?
And I booked some other accommodations before, and also some car rentals before, and they were canceling and saying, oh, we don't have it anymore, it's fully booked and stuff like that. So it was hard to plan and book everything, like I said, but we got this, and I think it is a nice area. It's not a popular area, but we wanted something quiet, and this place is kind of quiet, I think, but it still has restaurants and everything that we need actually, so it's fine.
Yeah, but it's a really nice apartment. We have the AC. Internet's terrible though, it's probably the worst internet that we've had in ages, but got a nice spacious bathroom and then a tiny little kitchen, but we can do our cooking and stuff. So I went to the supermarket the other day. So we're gonna head out in the car now and explore the island. So we've arrived at our first stop. So this is our little ride here. It's a Fiat. It's a convertible. We never had a convertible. You can put this down. So the beach that we're going to now is called Akali Beach. We're in kind of a protected nature area, and there's loads of beaches around here that aren't developed at all. So we're planning on making 2 videos in Corfu. In this video we're going to go to the more deserted, off the beaten path places, and then in the next one we're going to do the touristy places, so like the popular beaches and stuff. So from what I read online, this is going to be about a 15-minute walk to the beach. It's already very different, this island, in appearance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much greener than the other ones that we've been to, and I don't know, the vegetation is just different. Like this, you could think you are in Brazil or something.
Yeah, it's very different. It's pretty much all forest, the island. By the sounds of it, it's not a deserted beach because we can hear music. So it doesn't sound too quiet. It's because there's a boat tour over there. But besides the boat, yeah, it is pretty much an empty beach. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I think they're gonna leave soon.
Oh, that water is real nice. We're here at 12, so it's absolutely scorching right now. As you can see, it is just a big pebbly beach. Too hot. Wobbly Carol as usual on the pebbly beaches. Yeah, so quite a few people just come here in the little private boats as well. There were some other beaches on the trail as well. I think there's about 3 or 4 beaches around here. On the way out we might check out another little one that's right next to the trail that we got on. Perfect. We screwed up as well, we forgot to bring water. But luckily the trail is only a quick trail, so yeah, it won't be too bad. And what have we got over there, Carol?
That side?
Yeah.
That's Albania.
Albania. Saranda is between these two boats there, so that's where we stayed the last like 5 nights. So this part of the island of Corfu doesn't seem that busy in general. I don't mean just this part with the beaches. The part that we're staying, the northeast side. So even driving now, there was no real traffic. We even passed some other beaches on the road that are easily accessible, and they weren't busy at all. Just loads of beaches. And this is like one of the major touristy islands. Yeah, so even in the peak season, you can still find some quieter spots. That was cool. Even though we're on pretty much a deserted beach, we were just recognized by a French guy and his daughter, and that's been happening quite a lot lately. I haven't brought it up, but in like Turkey and Greece, we've been recognized way more, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, and even in Albania once.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's very nice. So if anyone sees us, you can just talk to us.
Yeah, say hello.
Say hello. Yeah, it's nice to meet some of our subscribers.
I think the guy didn't realize at first. He was passing by and I just said hello to him, and then he kind of like took a second look and he was like, oh, Philippines. I think that's one of the countries that the majority of the people remember us from. There and Mexico. Those are like the main two. Whenever we meet a couple, they always say like Mexico or the Philippines, so I guess those are like two of our most successful series. I mean, we did spend a long time there during COVID, right? Like 7 months Philippines, and Mexico, what, 5 months?
Yeah, 5 months this time, but we've been there many times
and
before.
Made videos before. Yeah, but it's been pretty much every week. Before we came to Europe, I think it would be like once every 3-4 months that somebody would talk to us. People probably recognize us and don't talk to us, but actually talk to us, it was pretty rare. And it's probably also because now we're here in the touristy season, so there's just more people around, right? So we're gonna check out another little beach on our way back. Saw on the drone, it's a tiny one. It looked quieter than the one that we just went to. And you probably noticed on the drone shots, there was some pretty big lakes right behind the beaches there. We didn't even realize there was a lake right behind us, a brown lake. So it turns out that this little beach that we saw on Google Maps doesn't actually have a proper trail, but it was so close to the trail back there that we just walked through the woods right here. No real path, but yeah, it's so close. It's only like 2 minutes on the trail, but it's all overgrown. We can just see the little beach down here, so almost there. It kind of looks like there was a trail here and then just hasn't been used for ages.
It's not a trail.
It's not a trail?
No.
Well, it is now. Alright, so this is the mini little beach here. Wasn't really a good idea to come down here though, because the end was super sketchy, even though it's such a quick little trail. So that's why there's only boats here. Nobody else walked here, only us. But look how beautiful this is. So like Kyle said before, this area here kind of reminds us a bit of Rio de Janeiro. In Rio you get beaches like this, but not with the pebbles or rocks. It'll be sandy over there, but yeah, this scenery really looks similar to like Búzios, places like that in Rio. So the reason this looks so different to the other Greek islands that we visited before is because we're in a completely different location. So our first trip for a month was in the Cyclades, which is kind of like the central area. And then we visited for half a day Castellorizo, which is the far east side right near Turkey. And now we're in kind of like the northwestern region of Greece, pretty much the far western islands that they have. So yeah, it just looks very different, that's why it's all green. I think the other islands in this region, like Zakynthos, are all kind of green like this, not dry. The other islands that we went to before were all kind of dry. So we've now come over to the west side of the island. Took about 45 minutes to get to the spot that we're at, and we found this village on Google Maps. We thought it would be a nice place to have a meal. Got to try and find a restaurant around here. No idea where the restaurant is. I think this place is called Ducadis. So it's really beautiful, loads of little colourful buildings around this spot. Yeah, and just surrounded by nature. So here you can see even better how green it is. Really lush green everywhere. It sure seems quiet around here.
Yeah, there are many cars parked, but we don't see people walking or anything.
Grill House. Here's a restaurant, girl. It's closed, isn't it?
Yeah. It has a very nice view, but it's not open.
Yeah, look at the view of that place. Yeah, hopefully there is something open around here. If not, we're gonna be screwed.
Yeah, I can smell meat. So
yeah, I can smell food.
Maybe there's something. I hope so.
Follow the smell. Yeah, but this is what we were saying. Look, there's like literally nobody here. Zero noise as well. Ah, here we go. Here's the spot. So we chose this spot here in the middle. A few little spots to choose from though. That one looks really nice there. And there's also one back there. I think there's a square back there as well with some cafes and restaurants. Nobody here at all. Probably because we're eating at a weird time, right?
Yeah, it's 4 p.m. right now.
We're 4 or 5 hours late. But that's because we had breakfast around 10, 11.
Yeah.
And we got the saganaki as usual. That was €5. And I think this is for free. I just ate a few breads with olive oil in it. Really tasty. So for the main course, I got this huge pork steak here for €10 with fries. And Carol got, what is that?
It's called pasta greca. I think it's Greek pasta.
It's almost like a Greek salad, but pasta version.
Pasta, yeah. It has olives and feta cheese and tomato sauce.
And some other veggies.
Yeah.
Smells good. Yeah, mine's huge. I think yours was €8.
Yeah, for this big plate of pasta.
Time to burn off those calories.
Yeah, and we just walked up the pathway.
Yeah, there's like a hillside here, so just gonna go for a little walk before we head out of here, see if there's anything interesting to see. It's kind of funny though, it kind of seems like we're not in a touristy island at all, because everything we've seen so far is just basically empty. Oh, that's cool. It looks like a church or something. Yellow church. I mean, so far this seems even quieter than the places that we went off season in like Milos and stuff. But yeah, I think it's going to be completely different in the next video when we go to the touristy places. That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you got some nice views from up here too. You got palm trees here. So we're now going to our final beach of the day. Got to do a little hike to get there. I don't even know the name of this one on Google Maps. It's just in Greek. There's no like English translation. But from what we read, there's about a 25-30 minute hike. So it's pretty much all downhill at the moment. So it's not going to be fun coming back. But look at these amazing coastal views here. Beautiful dark shade of blue. I think our beach is like down here somewhere. Not the easiest beach to get to. Guys, so this right here is why we did that hike. Look at this masterpiece of a beach right here. Looks incredible. Still got a way to go. It seems like about 10 minutes to get down there. But that is one hell of a beach. As you can see, it is very sketchy though. Super steep all the way down. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, wow, it's beautiful. It's really, really incredible.
Beautiful, beautiful colors. Loads of different shades of blue here. It's more of like a greeny blue, then more turquoise, dark blue, and then that backdrop. Wow. So I didn't realize it was going to be this hardcore to get here. There's literally like ropes and stuff. Huge drop here. Got to work out how to get down here, and it's kind of like that all the way down. So yeah, I didn't see that in the reviews. Well, people said it was hard, but I didn't realize it was like this.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we came with the right shoes, because I don't think we can do this in flip-flops.
No, I'd probably have to go barefoot if I brought flip-flops. Rock climbing. Alright, we made it. So a bit of the beach is in shade right now, but that's good. That means on the way back we can go up in the shade. Yeah, but this is one of the nicest beaches we've probably ever seen. Definitely one of the nicest that we've seen in Greece. Not going to be fun walking back up there though.
No, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better to come with a boat.
Yeah, some people are here in boats, aren't they?
Yeah.
Over there, the private boats.
But the beach is beautiful. I just said that it reminded me of a beach in the Philippines. It's called Papaya Beach. Of course, it's different kind of rocks, but the kind of beach like a curve and with a big mountain, it reminds me of that beach.
Yeah, that beach curved around as well. Really cool. Just swimming over to this huge rock here. Don't even think you can see it properly. Only if I point the camera up. Man, the water is extremely nice here though. Amazing. It's like the colour in Milos. Milos blue. Carol found a little cave. This is as far as you can go.
There's some trash. I don't want to go there.
Trash. That's funny how this rock just stuck there. Yeah, so this is how it looks from the opposite side of the beach. So we're going to be heading out of here now. It's around 7:30. The sunset here is around 8:40, but because of the huge cliffs, pretty much the whole beach becomes in the shade around 7. Yeah, so right now it's completely in the shade. We're one of the last people standing. There's just a couple over there, and around there there's some naked dudes, as usual in Greece. But this place is just so peaceful. Super gentle waves. Yeah, really relaxing. Probably the most relaxing place we've been in the last few months.
Yeah, we really needed this because the other places that we've been going to are very crowded and stuff, and we like this kind of beach.
Yeah.
So it was very nice finding here.
Yeah, because we've been traveling around Europe during the peak season, right? And it gets really intense. So yeah, we've barely been anywhere where there's like pretty much no people. And today's been like that, and really didn't expect that here in Corfu. It's such a popular place. So yeah, just very surprised. But like I said earlier, it's not going to be like that tomorrow, but glad it was like that today. And now we got to do the rock climbing. It's actually kind of crazy to think that people are walking up and down that. I mean, it looks so steep from here. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. There goes the relaxation.
Yeah, it's over.